parent, you too will need the support of your friends. Sometimes it can be very difficult to maintain old friendships following your cancer journey. There may be times when you come up against reactions from family and friends that seem strange, insensitive, or uncaring. Some people may even avoid you.
Initially, when you get a diagnosis like this, you can get an awful lot of people that you aren't really that close to suddenly getting in touch, either because they want to give you their best wishes or possibly they're just curious. And certainly Tyler didn't want to see anybody that he wasn't close to.
When Camille was first diagnosed, we had just a huge amount of support around us. We had people from all walks of life, from our past, people we hadn't spoken to for years. We had so much support. Our families were amazing on both sides.
Cancer can certainly change friendships. Some people might handle it well, whilst others cut off all contact.
Some of your oldest friends are actually some of the not the worst is the wrong word, but they struggle to communicate with you the most. And I think probably both of us moved away from some of our oldest friendships actually during this process. However, some old friends and particularly new friends in Hayley's case as well at the time were great.
Family support has been really good for myself, from my mum, my dad, my husband's parents and extended family, but my friendship circle has completely changed since Michaela's illness. My closest of friends are no longer my friends, and I think it's probably to do with her illness. I'm not able to commit the friendship as I've used to commit the friendship because of her illness. I did feel that when I was putting my thoughts on Facebook about how I was feeling, that my closest friends didn't lay their comments. They wasn't there to hug me when I needed a hug. I found that they was avoiding me, going the opposite side of the road as I was walking. They would put their head down. I don't know if it was fear on their behalf, fear of asking what's going on, what's the latest. A lot of my friends now are cancer mummies, so to speak. My circle has completely changed. Most of my Facebook friends now are from other mummies and daddies that have got children with cancer. That's hard to say, to be honest, that my whole circle of friendship has changed. Does feel like, I did have a comment once from a very close friend, which I thought, why do you have to keep going on about cancer? Well, I'm sorry, love, this is my life.
It is our life. It's a huge part of our life. Everything is geared around hospital appointments and treatment, and that's just how it is.
What I have found is, as time has gone on, that support has been almost withdrawn slowly. We still, parents have been amazing. What we don't get anybody really saying to us, how are you? How are you coping? Camille is still got a long way to go before we can say, she's in remission. Even with her type of tumour, she's not declared in remission until 10 years post the first clear scan, so we've got a very long way to go. And people don't seem to understand this, and they don't understand that we're still living with this nightmare every day, and that I struggle with, because we're now just left to get on with it.
So one of the things we both found most difficult was people pitying us. We didn't want pity. We wanted support, but not pity, and that was quite a challenge. I know Hayley lost friends, good friends, because of this, and it was It was basically around that. I think we could see it in their eyes that they thought Camille wasn't going to make it, and for that we needed the positivity around us rather than that level of negativity. Although it was never vocal, it was always just there, an underlying tension perhaps.
Whereas when you come out of hospital and you're walking her around in a wheelchair and you're going up to the school where she went 6-7 months ago, and you walk into a room, people stop talking. I remember the lollipop lady used to be really friendly with Danielle and used to send her bits and pieces into hospital, and I remember, I'll never forget the first day that I took Laura up to school with Danielle, and the lollipop lady just looked at Danielle and said anything, she didn't talk to her. And I was just like, well, you can say hello, and you'd see people walking on, they'd see you and they'd pretend that they hadn't seen you, so they'd walk away from you. Or it was like they were scared because Danielle was in a wheelchair and she looked different. They were scared to talk to you, they didn't know what to say to you.
People didn't invite us to birthday parties, weddings, christenings, that you would usually be invited to, and I'm not sure why we got stopped being invited, but it's very heartbreaking. But you certainly realise who your friends are when you're in this position.
People almost don't want to be tainted by it. Yeah, they want to have happy whatever occasions, and they just don't want any sort of bad news coming into that occasion. And we go to weddings and things, and we make a point, we don't talk about it. We're not always going to talk about it.
High moments, low moments, more low than high perhaps. But there's no way of managing it. You just feel frustrated with everything and everyone. So I think families need to be understanding to that. And if they do get snapped at from time to time or regularly, depending on how you deal with it, take it on the chin and just understand that it's not necessarily because they've done anything wrong. It's just the way it is, and you just have to deal with it.
Friends stay away for different reasons. Most probably, they're not able to cope with their feelings or don't know what to say to you. Your friends probably still care for you, even if they keep their distance. Sometimes calling them will make things easier. Talk openly about what's happening and what you need, and make some specific suggestions. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, if they really cared, they'd know what I need. They're not mind readers.
Family can best support you, immediate family. It's quite nice that they come and see you in hospital and maybe give the parent a break so you can go off and, at one point I was just desperate to go and have a bath. But you needs to be trusted family members because your child is so ill that you're not going to want to leave them for very long.
Just be there for the emotional roller coaster. There is going to be highs and there's certainly going to be lows. And they don't always need a hug, they don't always need to burst into tears, and they don't always need to talk about the big C word. Talk about something else for once.
But the biggest thing is just positivity. And if you can give the parents and the child that kind of level of positivity, then it can be frustrating for the parents sometimes. Don't think it won't be frustrating if they're too positive and too got one focus on the procedure. But it's probably the main thing that has helped the most.